All right, guys, have an awesome class. And just remember, so I'm going to be guiding Jules and giving her particular corrections for what she needs today. And then if anything doesn't feel good for yourself, you know to correct, to give yourself a little bit of space and to take a break if you need as well. All right. Okay, so you guys are going to start standing. So turn to face me, Jules, and walk towards the back end of the mat there. And you're just going to separate feet slightly so that they're hip distance apart. Arms nice and easy. Lift your gaze towards the horizon. And you're going to inhale to lift your shoulders up. Exhale, relax your shoulders down. And then turn to look over one shoulder. Turn to look over the other shoulder. And bring your head back to center. And we do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, relax. And now look over one shoulder. Doesn't matter which side. And look over the other shoulder. And then bring your head back to center. And you're just going to close your eyes for a moment. And just pause. Start connecting into the soles of your feet. And as your feet are rooting you, can you get the sensation that your head is floating upwards in opposition? And you almost want to get a feeling that you are creating space, that you are decompressing your joints. And every breath that you take, each inhale and each exhale, starts to create even more opening from the inside of your body moving outwards. Take a moment to just notice how you feel this morning. Maybe take a moment to notice how your energy feels this morning. And then we're going to give ourselves a clean slate, a fresh start, and we're going to take a deep breath in, open our mouths, side out, let everything go, and then just start to blink your eyes open. And now we're going to start with a roll down. So take a breath in. Exhale as you nod your hands, move slowly and easily into our first roll down. Let your arms go, let your head go, and then just pause there for a moment. So just notice where you're feeling it in your body. Take a nice wide inhale across the back of your ribs, and then exhale, up you come, roll back into standing. And I want you to feel that your pelvis rolls on top first, and then you get to re-stack, and the shoulders are nice and easy. And then just roll the shoulders back and around a few times. And then from here, you're going to take your right arm, just reach it out, up and over, and then do a little bit of a side bend over towards the left. Pause there for a moment, take a breath in. Exhale, all the way up you come, and just let that arm float down. Same thing with the left arm, reach it out. Up and over. That's it. Hold it there, make a long stretch through the fingertips. And then exhale, and come in all the way down. And again, bringing your right arm out, bringing it over. Good, now hold it right there. Keep that length. Turn your head to look down, stay there, and let's just bend the knees and straighten the knees. And again, bend the knees and straighten the knees. Good, keep it going, bending the knees and straighten. Two more, bring this arm up a little bit, square your shoulders to the front. Yes, one more, and straighten, hold it, turn your gaze to look forward. And then come all the way up and let that arm relax. Good. Now, left arm, reach it up. Bring it up and over towards the side. Hold it there. Good. Turn your head to look down. And now let's go. Bend and stretch. That's it. Nice alignment on this side. So can you feel that you're keeping your chest open and square to the front? You're keeping the back line of your body lengthened. Last two. Good. Keep stretching that top elbow if you can. Yes, there's the tensioning. And hold it. Turn your head to the front. And then lifting all the way up. Good. Stay for a moment. Roll your shoulders back and around. And we're going to go into another roll down. So take a breath in. Exhale, just look down. And then feel that articulation of your spine. Heavy arms, heavy head, beautiful. And holding it there. Stay for a moment, take a breath in, wide across the back of the body, and then exhale, roll yourself back up. Feel the abdominals connecting, just let the shoulders relax beside you and lifting up and tall. Good, now place your hands just onto the shelf of your hips. You're going to bend your knees, and I just want you to stay here for a moment. I want you to tuck your tailbone underneath you so you tilt the pubis under, and then go back the other way so you stick your tailbone out the back. Good. And again, a little bit of a tuck and a little bit of a release. Beautiful. Keep going. And then when you stick your tailbone out the back, keep your heart lifted. Tuck and arch. One more time. Tuck and now settle in the center and straighten up both your knees. Let your arms relax down. Take a breath in, grow tall. Exhale as you nod your chin and you start rolling forward. This is going to be the last roll down. Heavy arms, just feel how the scapula glide open. Now hold it there. I want you to put your hands just on the front of your ankles so that you're holding on. Just start to bend your knees as if you're sitting in a chair. And then straighten your legs as much as you can manage. Because you're holding onto the front of your legs, you can feel that stretch, eh? And again, bend the knees and stretch. 2 more times. Bend the knees, stretch. 1 more time. Bend the knees and stretch. Now bend your knees a little bit. Put your hands on the floor. And then take your time as you walk down onto all fours. So just lower your knees down. And then relax your feet out. Good. So make sure that you've got your wrists in a comfortable place. That's it. Take a moment to roll the shoulders backwards in the socket. And see if you can do this left shoulder a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit. Good. Good. Does that feel okay? So a little bit of length through the crown of your head. A little bit of length out through the tailbone. There's your starting position. And we're ready for a cat stretch. So on your breath out, start by tucking the tailbone under, lifting the abdominals, pushing away from your hands. Pause there for a moment and just feel that stretch at the top of your back. Take a little breath in, and then exhale, start by lengthening, and then go into a little bit of an arch of the spine if it feels good for you. And this time, can you feel how the shoulder blades draw together? And again, tuck tailbone under, lift up through the abdominals. Beautiful. Stay there for a moment. Feel the stretch. And then lengthen the tailbone out, going into a little bit of extension. So you might feel a bit of compression in the spine, but make sure it's not sore. Last 2. And a little tilt of the hips. Pressing out of the arms. Beautiful. Stay there. Take a breath. And then lengthen. Reach the tailbone back, arching the spine, nice, Jules. And one more time, I want you to round your spine, and this time I want you to stay here. Can you feel that the abdominals are connecting? Tuck your toes under, staying in this position. And when you're ready, pushing into your hands, pushing into your feet, and see if you can hover your knees just up off the ground. That's it, hold it there. Keep that sensation of tucking the tail. Yes, there's the lower ab connection. Keep pushing out of your arms. Keep breathing. We're going to stay for 3, 2, 1. Gently lower your knees down. Relax your feet out. And then just return to a lengthened neutral spine. Good. Balance on this right hand. And just reach the left arm out to the side. Hold it there. Stay there for a moment. I'm going to bring this arm down a little bit. And can you feel there that your shoulders are level? So that's actually your range right there. And now come in to thread the needle. So you're going to rotate over and decide if you need a little pillow. You look good there. I'm just going to hold that rotation. And now, are you comfortable to stretch this arm forward? That's it. Beautiful. And it really doesn't matter where your hips are here. It's more that you actually get that rotation through the spine, and it's passive rotation. And it's quite lovely here to really feel that opening along that left neck and left shoulder. And also you might notice like your breathing changes a little bit here as well. Good. Bring that right hand back to the floor. And now press back up and reach the left arm to the side again. Good. Bring that arm down a little bit again. Hold it there. Take a moment to really feel that position. So the arm doesn't come up as high as you think, okay? And then put that left hand back onto the ground. Stay there for a moment. And now, right arm extends to the side. Nice, very nice. And when you're ready, coming into your thoracic rotation, coming all the way through, thread the needle, and then resting into it. Beautiful. Wonderful. How does it feel on this side? Good. Wonderful. And the important thing to remember here is that we never force the pelvis or the hips where they don't want to go. They'll just adjust. It's more that you give yourself an opportunity to feel that opening and also around the side of the neck as well. Feel how your breath moves into the lungs here. Feel that little stretch around the ribs, the diaphragm. And then bring your left hand back to the floor, anchor first, and then all the way up you come. Core connection, reach the right arm to the side, bring it down just a little bit. There you go. So there's that leveling of the shoulders, and then you can put both hands onto the ground. Now, set yourself up. We're gonna go into a downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under, and on your breath, I want you to push into the hands and the feet, and then send the hips up and back. Now, I want you to stand there for a moment, Jules, and bend your knees. That's it. Stay there, and see from here with knees bent, if you can almost push away from your hands a little bit. Ah, good. How does that feel on your shoulders? Good. Wonderful. Soften through the back of the neck. Roll the shoulders gently away from the ears, and make sure that you've got that lovely connection into the hands. Stay for a moment, take a breath in, and now simply come forward again and lower the knees all the way to the ground. Relax your feet out, open your knees, big toes together, and then just sit back for a moment and rest your head to the mat and put your arms wherever it feels good for you. All right. So in this resting position, we take a little break in between some of these weight-bearing poses so that you don't have to push onto your hands all the time. But it's also quite a nice way to start to feel the shift that's happening every time you go into a little bit of a movement sequence. Take a breath in. Exhale, stretch your arms out and bring yourself back up onto that 4-point position. Tuck your toes under. We're going to go once again into our downward facing dog. I want you to go into that same position that you got a second ago. So pressing up and back, bend the knees a little bit, and then focus on really lengthening up through the spine. Beautiful. So can you feel how much space you've created here? Softening into the back of the neck. Now from here, start to pedal one heel to the ground, and then the other. Good. Slow it down a little bit. Lengthen it. Think about like pulling toffee almost. That's it. Finding a wonderful release along the back line of the body. And now gently reach both heels to the ground. And it doesn't matter if your knees are straight or not. Take a breath in. And then exhale. Lower your knees all the way down. Release your feet. And once again, sit back into your resting position. I like to take the knees wide and feet together. Feeling okay? Mm-hmm. And then just stay here for a moment. Put your arms wherever feels good for you. And just start to notice the shift that is possibly taking place already here. You might actually feel that there's a different position that your legs and your hips and your shoulders can go into now that you started to release the whole back line of the body. Yeah, definitely. I always feel this release from me, sort of along this lower area, but other people get this amazing release through the thighs, the back of the legs, the shoulders. And then on your breath, bring yourself back up again onto all fours. Get your wrists into a happy place, get your knees and your feet set up. And once again, I just want you to close your eyes for a moment. And I just want you to feel what's happening with the joints. So from your fingers, your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders, are there any adjustments that you need to make? That's it, looking like a very nice placement here when I take a look at your shoulders. And then with your eyes closed, bring your awareness down to your lower legs. So just notice now, where are your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hips, and are there any adjustments that you need to make here as well? And then finding stability, you can open your eyes and you're going to keep that sensation of reaching through your crown and reaching through your tail. I want you to slide the right leg backwards along the floor, holding it there. You're going to squeeze the thigh muscle so that your knee stays straight. Your pelvis is level, and now pick up that leg without collapsing into the lower back. Good, stay there for a moment, Jules. I want you to use your breath to get a sensation of flattening the lower abdominals. Good, can you feel that connection? And then I want you to squeeze your thigh muscle a little bit more. That's it. So now you've got that full extension through the back of the leg. And then simply bring that knee back in again. And say to yourself, perfect. Balance yourself on your hands. Slide the left leg back. Holding it there. Lifting your leg up. Stay for a moment. On this side, your pelvis is trying to rotate a little bit. Now that's level. So if we keep your pelvis level, and now you get that sensation of flattening the abdominal wall, and you're squeezing the leg beautifully straight here. Now I'm going to let go, and you're going to maintain it. Fantastic. And then bring that knee all the way back in. Good. How are your wrists feeling? Okay. Good. Great. So we're going to do one more set, stretching the right leg back. Lifting your leg up, beautiful, very, very nice. Lower ab connection, watch that you don't lift the leg too high. Now Jules, I want you to balance on your right hand and see if you can just walk your left hand forward, hold it there, bring your hand a little bit wider. That's it. Now lift up your left arm just a fraction, not too high. And then find the connection from your left fingertips to your right toes. Keep squeezing the thigh muscle. That's it. And bringing arm and leg back in at the same time. Really nice. Good. Say to yourself, let's do the other side. First, your left leg goes back. Hold it there. Good. Stay for a moment. Let's just adjust that little rotate. Can you feel that? Yeah. So you're trying to rotate. Yes, that's not what you want this. We want to keep the pelvis level. So you know what it actually is this left abdominal muscle here has to connect. And if you've got that, now you're level. Now, walk the right hand forward. Stay there for a moment. Take your hand. Yes. Now, the reason I'm taking your arm wider is because you're tight through the neck. Can you feel it gives you more space? Now, pick up the right arm. Beautiful. And you just hold. Yes. Fantastic. Find your diagonal line. Fingertips to toes. And then bringing the arm and the leg all the way back in. Open your knees, big toes together, and once again, sit back into your resting position. Fantastic. And then again, just give yourself an opportunity to notice. Hopefully things are starting to release and to shift a little bit. And then reaching your arms all the way out. And then just walk your hands backwards towards you. And now I want you to move your hips over to your left side. So you're still going to sit facing towards the windows. So you can face towards me. That's it. And just holding on to your right ankle. And finding some balance. Bringing the left arm up and over. And then just turn your head, look down. And now all you're going to do is bend and straighten the top elbow. Bend and stretch and bend and bend and stretch. Very nice. Good. Now when you stretch, see if you can reach your hand towards the laptop. Yes. Bend. So touch the top of your head. And then stretch your hand towards the laptop. Yes, 2 more. Bend and stretch. Can you feel the tensioning on that one side? 1 more time. Bend and stretch, and then come all the way up. Woo. Swing your feet all the way around to the other side. And then again, just find your balance. So now you're going to be holding on to your left ankle. Right hand comes up, doing a little bit of a side stretch, and then turn your head to look down. And we're going to go bend the elbow and then stretch. Yeah, so much more mobility on the side here. And good. Bend and stretch. 2 more. And reach. Nice, Jules. 1 more. And reach. Come all the way up. And relax. And then just put your feet right at the front of the mat. It's quite different working on a Pilates mat, eh? All right. So bend your knees and bring your bum forward. So you're going to be sitting at the front of your mat. Just separate your feet slightly, holding on to the front of your knees. Lift your spine up tall. And then curl your tailbone under and start rolling back. If you can straighten your arms, make sure that your feet stay grounded. And then bend your elbows and pull yourself all the way up to sit up tall. And again, curl the tailbone under. That's it. So you're going to feel a rounding through your spine. You don't have to keep the toes down. You just have to keep the heels down. That's it. And then curl forward, because I can see your calf muscles are going to cramp. And lift up tall. Good. And again, curl the tailbone under. And I want you to almost feel like you're flattening your abs away from your thighs. And then again, roll back up, lift up tall. This is the last one. And again, curl back. Stay for a moment. Nice connection, Jules. And then forward you come and lift up tall. Now, take your arms, reach them out in front of you. I want the same connection to the core. You might not be able to go as far as we've lifted your arms. Exhale, curl back. Good, now hold it right there. I want you to get the sensation of your ribs and your pelvis pulling towards each other to round your spine. Yes. And then, as you come forward, keep this connection here. Don't let your ribs push. Keep the connection rounding the spine, and then you lift up tall. Your back is so strong, it wants to take over. Can you feel that? So take a breath in. Exhale, curl back. So round your spine. Beautiful. Can you feel now that you've shortened that gap here? Take a little breath. And then when you come forward, you keep this connection. Don't let your ribs push you. And then you sit up tall. Good. We're going to do 1 more time. And curling back. Hold it here. Now stay here. I want you to take your arms a little wider. I want you to lower your arms a bit. Turn your palms up. Soften your elbows. Can you feel how you just relax all across the neck and shoulders? Good. Now bring all that intention and awareness back to your center. Beautiful, Jules. Take a little breath in. Exhale. Forward you come. Keep that soft position with the arms. And lift up tall. Beautiful. This is a better arm position for you, yeah? 1 more time. Take a breath in. Exhale. Draw the tailbone under. Abs, 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 abs. Beautiful. Stay for the breath in. And now you're going to go down onto your back. So I know that you've got the strength to do it. So you're going to go all the way down. I'm going to help you hold your legs where they are. Just let your arms go straight up to the sky and turn your palms to face each other. Nice. Bring your feet a little bit closer in towards you. Perfect. That looks good. And Jules, I'm going to put a little pillow just underneath your head. I just want to see how that looks on your neck. Let's see. Do you feel that's a better position for your neck as well? So we're going to do some arm scissors here. So start to take 1 arm forward and 1 arm back. That's it. Good. Taking 2 more. And now bring your arms straight up. hold it here. Give yourself a hug. It doesn't matter which hand goes on top. Walk your fingers around as much as you can. And then you're just going to do like a little rock the baby side to side. Tiny little rolling so that you're really mobilizing the thoracic spine. And then come to the center. So you have your right arm on top there. Now release and reaching your arms up again. And now put your left arm on top as you give yourself a little hug. So you switch sides, and then again you do a little rock the baby. That's it. Just opening up between the shoulder blades. And then come back to the center. Release, bringing your arms up again. Now hold it there. We're going to do arm scissors, but you're going to go half the distance. So instead of taking the arm all the way back, stop there, and then switch. Stop there. Good. So we're just going smaller range. Nice. And I want you to almost take your arms a little bit wider. Yeah. So you're going to work at the width of your mat, because that's going to give you a little bit more release through the neck and the shoulders. Yeah. So for anybody who holds tension through the neck and shoulders, just adjust the arm position so it works for you. And can you see now that you're not having to bend your top arm? Beautiful. Good. Last two. Last one. Bring your hands up and hold it there. Now interlock your fingers. Pop your hands under your head for a little bit of support. That's it. And just rest your head down for a moment. So let your elbows come up just a fraction, and in this position here, so your head is still resting, can you feel that there's almost like a rolling outward sensation at the top of the shoulder joint? So when we do that, your elbow has to actually come up. It's just how the shoulder joint actually works there, and just keeping that little bit of external rotation. Beautiful. So you're going to keep your arms there like a hammock. Nod your chin in. And then as you breathe out, just come up into a little baby sit-up. Look through your knees and feel the ribs close. Beautiful with the arms. Take a little breath in. And then let your rib cage take you back again. Nice with the arms. And again, nod your chin. Exhale. Ribs slide forward. Take a little breath. And then releasing slowly down. You're going to do 3 more. And beautiful stability, Jules. And releasing back. So you want to make sure that as you work, you've got your lower back in a happy place, and then you need to be able to stabilize. That's brilliant. And release. And let's do it one more time. And hold for a moment. Take a little breath in. And releasing all the way back down. Good. Just rest there for a moment, and you can either just push your elbows down to the floor or stretch them out. So what we're going to do is take a little block. If you don't have a block, you can take a towel or a pillow, and we're going to put it between your knees. Now you've got to hold on to that. Can you feel immediately that inner thigh connection? So you're going to do like a 10% squeeze. And now we're going to do the same chest lift that you did a second ago. So before you come up into chest lift, bring your elbows up a little bit so you can get that rolling outward sensation at the shoulders. It should feel comfortable. Happy place for the lower back. And exhale. You're going to curl head and shoulders forward, looking at that little prop between the knees, 10% squeeze, and then the ribs release you back gently. Nicely done. And again, using your breath out. And can you feel with the inner thigh connection, it automatically deepens the ab connection. And releasing gently down. So it's like a little bit of a sneaky way of really getting the abs to burn. And sliding the ribs and releasing down. Beautiful height with the head and shoulders there. We're going to do 2 more. And exhale. Nice. And releasing down. And one more time. Really nice technique, Jules. And curl forward. Pause for a moment. Still a gentle squeeze. I can't pull this out. And releasing all the way back. You go. Good. Relax the shoulders. Do whatever stretch feels good for your arms. And let me just take this little block away right there. All right, so bring your hands down onto the crest of your pelvis. And you're just going to monitor that your pelvis stays stable. So find stability through the lumbar spine. And on your breath, see if you can pick up the right knee to tabletop without compensating into the lower back. That's perfect. Now, you're going to lightly tap that right toe to the floor and pick it up. And that's it. So as you lower your leg down, you have to flatten the abdominal wall in order to stabilize the lumbar spine. Very nice. Hip disassociation. Last two. Looking good. Last one. Lift up, hold it. Now put your hands on your knee and hug your knee in towards you. Move your hands to the back of your thigh. And from here, you're going to flex that top foot. Breathe out as you send that leg up. Hamstring release and bending the knee in. And again, exhale, send it up. And a little release. And you're going to do two more. And release. One more time. And release. And now, turn that knee outwards and cross your ankle over the left leg here. Put your hands on your lower abs. And you're going to see if you can now pick up the left leg. And I'm going to give you a little bit of support here. Can you feel a stretch into your right bum? You've done 10. 7. Okay. So listen, 6, 7 is pretty good. Like a 4 or 5, then you obviously want to pull it in just a little bit deeper there. So guys, obviously I'm supporting Jalita here so she can like rest into this figure of 4 stretch. So this is a nice one for the gluteals. So if you need support here, then put your foot against the wall. So it's a really lovely support. And by the way, this also has a wonderful releasing effect up into the lumbar spine. So for people that are really tight in their backs, stretching up the hips and the gluteals has a lovely releasing effect. Take a breath in, and then exhale, and then you're going to control the movement of your leg as it comes back down. And then just uncross that right foot, place your foot to the ground, and then stay there for a moment, and you can close your eyes and just observe for a moment how the one side feels now in comparison. And then when you're ready, opening your eyes, finding lumbar pelvic stability. You're going to pick up now your left knee, hold it in the air, and from here you're going to tap your toe. And lift. Very nice. So again, this is hip disassociation. That's it. So bringing your leg up just a little bit higher, there you go. So you get that 90-degree angle, and then down and yes. So we're trying to make sure that we're working through a larger range of movement and that you still have that stability and control. 2 more, good. 1 more, and hold it. Put your hands on your knee, hug them into your chest for a second. And then slip your hands behind your leg, flexing that foot, and extend and release. That's it. And it doesn't matter if your leg straightens or not, as long as you're feeling that hamstring release. 1 more. And release. Let that knee come out. Cross your ankle over. Then you're going to lift this leg up. I'm going to give you a little bit of support here. How does that feel on your lower back? So I can see immediately here that side is tighter, hey? Can you feel that? Yeah. So what would you rate this out of 10 now? Let me come in a little bit deeper.
Yeah, it's about 8.
Okay, all right. So sort of 8's the limit of where we want to go because any higher than that, yes. This room is going to be so nice and hot when we finish our class.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you go higher than that, you're not able to actually sort of stay in this position. So you don't want to torture yourself, right? Just a few more seconds here. So you're getting that stretch around the left gluteal, the left hip. Good. And then releasing yourself down with control. Uncross that left foot, place that foot to the ground. So you're just going to have both knees bent, feet on the ground. Just close your eyes for a moment and just allow yourself to feel the effects of that stretch that you just did. All right, so when you're ready, you're going to open your eyes. So we're going to be going into a pelvic curl. So you might want to bring your feet a little bit closer and decide if you want palms up or palms down. And find a little bit of length along the back of your neck. If you've got a pillow underneath your head, this is where you take the pillow out. So take a breath in. Exhale, little tilt of the hips and rolling up through the spine. Stay here just for a moment as you breathe in. And then exhale and start to place yourself back down to the floor and release. So stay here just for a moment. Take your feet a fraction wider, Jules, just a fraction wider. All right, so you're going to let me know how that feels on your knees now. So I want you to start with a small tilt of the hips and then just pause here for a moment. So you can probably feel a nice stretch into the lower back. Now I want you to take another breath in, close your ribs, and now continue rolling your hips up. Can you feel that the ribs are staying closed? And now hold it there for a moment. Feel the temptation to let that go. So you want to slide the ribs down, tilt the pubic bone, take a little breath in, and now start to soften from the front of the throat. So as you come down, place your lungs to the ground. Keep your pelvis lifted. I want your lungs to the ground first. Yes, can you feel the difference there? So it's a release across your bra band. And now continue rolling down. So now you're going to place your kidneys to the ground. And then releasing your pelvis all the way down. Good. I'm going to do two more. Same articulation. First, the tilt of the pelvis. Close your ribs. And you breathe. Pause here. Take a little breath in. And now, soften from the back of the throat. And feel first your rib cage coming down. Feel how your lungs soften downwards. Good. Keep closing the front of the body. And now, come down so that you can feel the lumbar spine imprinting. Feel the kidneys releasing down. And then allowing your pelvis to release. That looks fantastic. How does it feel? Good. All right, one more time. Take a breath in. And a little bit of a tilt of the hips. Continuous movement now. Keep rolling up. Brilliant. Ribs sliding down, pubic bone tilting. There's a lovely squeeze into the bum cheeks. Take a little breath. And then slowly down, softening from the throat. Feeling thoracic spine. Feeling lumbar spine. And releasing. Nicely done. So take your arms even a little bit higher up. That's it. Relaxing them down. And we're going to do like a little bit of a windscreen wiper action with the knees. So let both your knees roll to the right. And then bring your knees up and over and roll to the left. Fantastic. So as you do this, feel how there's almost like this corkscrew, this rotation that's coming all the way up through your spine. And you could even look over the opposite shoulder so you get that complete rotation all the way up through to the crown of the head. Nice, Jules. One more time. And come back to the center and hold it there. Good. Rolling onto your right side. So you're going to lie facing this way. And then use your arm or use the pillow for a little bit of cushioning. and straighten out both your legs. That's it. Bring your hand down a little bit lower. So that's just going to encourage you to keep the shoulders rolling back. So eye line up. That's it. Bring your feet a little bit more forward, Jules. That's it. And we're going to have this top hip roll back half a centimeter. That's it. Now, glue your legs together. And on your breath out, see if you can just lift both legs up a little bit. And releasing it down. That's it. And again. And release. That's it. And a little bit of a lift. Good. Keep it going. And lift. Stay there just for a moment. I'm going to put a block between your ankles. That's it. And that's it. And feel that flattening sensation of the abdominals as you're, yes, good. So you're adding that transverse abdominis feeling. Last 3. Last 2. One more time. And release it down. Nicely done. So let me take the block. You're going to bend your knees in front of you as if you're going to sit in a chair. Use your underneath hand to cradle the back of your neck. And now your left arm comes forward. Stay there for a second. Let's bring your knees up even higher. That's it, because that's going to straighten the lower back here. And let's go into thoracic rotation. Bring your arm up. And then open up across the chest. And you can stay there. You can bend the elbow if you want. Or you could even allow this knee to slide back if you wanted to increase the rotation. How does that feel in your lower back? Got a nice stretch on the chest. Fantastic. Gonna hold it there for another 2 breaths in and out. And then lifting your arm up, bringing it all the way over and relax. Good. Now, roll over. You're going to face towards the wall. Straighten both your legs out. You're going to do those sideline obliques again. We may or may not need a block. Let's see what's happening. All right. So, bring your hand down and lower. Shoulder, yeah. So it's that rolling open of the shoulder. Nice placement there. Legs together. And breathe out as both legs come up. And release. Excellent. That's it. And again, as your legs come up, roll the shoulder back. Flatten the abdominals. Good. And release. And again. And release. And again. As. Excellent. Roll the shoulders back. Last 2. And release. Last 1. And release down. Good. Bring your knees all the way up as if you can sit in a chair. Cradle the back of your neck. And your right arm comes up. And then taking it back. And then keep relaxing the neck. Relaxing your head, and then you are allowed to shift your knees and hips if you need to. That's it. Such a nice one for the chest and shoulder. Take one more breath in, and then exhale, bringing the arm all the way up and all the way to the front. Nice, Jules. Turn onto your stomach, exactly where you are. And I want you to put your left hand underneath your head, rest your head flat down, and then just bend this right knee. And I want you to reach back and just grab onto the little strap that I've put there. So you've got your head centered, shoulders are level, hips are level, and then you still have a little connection to the abdominals underneath you and a little bit of a squeeze into the bum cheeks. So can you feel a stretch at the front of your thigh? What would you rate it out of 10?
6 or 7.
Okay, that's fine. So stay as you are, and all I want you to do is to bend this elbow so you put a little bit of additional tension. Can you feel that increases it? So you should be around a 7 or so.
Yeah.
And abdominals are staying connected. And again, you never want to put your knee into a place that doesn't feel okay. So if you need to adjust the position of your leg, then feel free to do so. And then on your next breath, just slowly release, stretching that leg all the way back. And then put one hand on top of the other, rest there for a moment, close your eyes, relax, and just observe if there's any shift or any difference between the two sides. And then let's move on to the left leg. So bending the left knee. That's it. And again, you want to square your shoulders and your pelvis to the mat. Get your kneecap in a happy place and then start to squeeze the bum. And to get to that 7 out of 10, that's perfect. You bend that elbow a little bit. Stay there for just a few seconds. And just noticing if it feels different on this side. Maybe a little bit easier or a little bit harder, depending on if you're right-handed, left-handed, if you have injuries, etc. And then release, let go. And you can stretch that leg back, put one hand on top of the other, and just resting yourself down for a moment. And then just give yourself a moment to pause. Notice if there's any difference between the two sides. And then we're going to come into a little bit of back extension. So I want you to keep your legs as they are and bring your hands out to the side with one hand on either side of your shoulder. And then you want to get the elbows on the floor. So you might need to move your hands forward or a little bit wider. And then you're going to hover the tip of your nose so that you can create some length through the spine. And then without lifting anything, so you're staying exactly as you are, can you get the sensation of creating space between each vertebra? So you have that sensation of energy running along your spine. And now we're going to come up into a little baby cobra. Start by lifting your eye line, lifting your chest up, and then pause there just for a moment. So it's a sensation of reaching the breastbone forward from underneath yourself, and then releasing your chest down again, and hover the tip of your nose. Energy, lifting eye line, coming up into a little baby cobra. And now test yourself for a second and see if you can hover your arms just off the ground. So now you're not using your arms at all to support yourself. Putting your arms down again. And then lower your chest and hover the tip of your nose. Beautiful. And we go again. Lifting eye line, send your breastbone forward. Pause here for a moment. So you want to double check that these two bottom ribs are still connected to the floor. Yes. And now hover your arms, stay there, and just see if you can stretch your arms forward. Take them a little bit wider than your mat, and then bend your elbows and pull them back in again. And let's do that one more time. Stretch them forward like a wide V. Good. And then bend them back in. Pause for a moment, putting your arms down, elbows connecting, and then releasing head and shoulders all the way down. Good. How's your back feeling? Good. Can I add on one more? Mm-hmm. Perfect. And we're going to come up into a little baby cobra. So ribs connected, you're still creating space. Hover your arms just off the ground. Now stay there. Squeeze your bum cheeks and just lift your legs up a fraction. Beautiful. And now stretch the arms forward, wide V, and bend the elbows back and you come. So you can feel these muscles here. And again, stretch them forward. So it's these mid and lower trapezius muscles. And bend the elbows in. Stay here, put your arms to the ground, lower your legs to the ground, and then releasing all the way down. Beautiful. Press yourself up and back into a resting position. Just round out your spine, knees wide, big toes together. Do whatever you need to with your arms. And then just once again, giving yourself an opportunity to feel the effects of all the movements that you've done so far. Take a nice easy breath in, stretch your arms out, and then pull yourself up into a 4-point kneeling position and holding it there for a second. All right, so wrists in a comfortable place. I want you to tuck your toes under. You're going to be going into a downward facing dog here. So hovering your knees just up, send your hips up and back, bend your knees a little bit, and then give yourself a moment to find that length along your spine and pedal your heels down one at a time. That's it. Think of reaching through the heels. Slow it down just a fraction. Good. One more. And now reach both heels down. Hold it there. Soften your knees slightly. Walk your feet halfway up the mat and hold it there. Bend your knees. Walk your fingertips backwards towards your toes. Get your feet flat down and then just relax over like that. Put one hand onto one elbow. Put your other hand to the opposite elbow. And then just let your arms frame your head. Just feel how your body is almost getting a traction stretch. And then experiment a little bit. If you bring your body weight slightly forwards, if you bring it slightly backwards, if you bend the knees more, if you straighten the knees more, notice how it affects the tensioning, the stretch. And then just center yourself there for a moment. Just surrender into this position. And this is an inversion, so you're going to feel that it's very soothing because of reversing the blood flow and just allowing us to tap into what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. So it actually has a response for the body. And then just let your hands release, let your arms hang heavy, take a nice easy breath, and then exhale, roll yourself back up into standing, bringing your pelvis underneath you first, beautiful, Jules. Coming up nice and slowly, lifting all the way up, and as you come upright, take a moment to focus your gaze so you don't feel like you're going to have a head rush. And then you can roll your shoulders back and around a few times. And then just allow your arms to relax. Good. So if you take a look down at your feet, double check that they are in line for yourself. Let your arms be nice and soft. And just as we started, take a moment to close your eyes. And feel the connections of your feet to the ground. Feel the connections of your head up towards the clouds. Notice the space. Notice the feeling of expansion. Taking a deep breath in. Open your mouth and sigh, letting yourself clear some space, open your eyes, blinking gently. Let's just take one breath in, reaching the arms all the way up. Connect the tips of the fingers to each other, and then open your arms. It's like a whole new day, rolling the shoulders back. Fabulous.